Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to NHL Draft Pros. On today's video, we're going to talk about the 2025 NHL Draft because it is becoming really interesting. The possibilities in terms of how this draft is going to end up come June in Los Angeles is shaping up to be a tough one to call. And even all of the public pundits are having a hard time figuring out how this draft is going to end up. So in this video, I'm going to go through that, and we're going to talk about some of the possibilities, the top four, the next bunch of players in the first, second round. There's so many possibilities. But also stick around because I'm going to show a possible outcome of this draft and some of the similarities to a previous draft not so long ago. So we're going to get into that. So stick around to the end, and you're going to see what I think that potentially could happen. And if you want to see some highlights of some of these prospects, head over to NHL Draft Pros on YouTube. I have a bunch there and more to come. And can you please help the channel grow by hitting that subscribe and like button? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so first we're going to hit the elite prospects. Now they're going with the consensus. James Hagen's number one from Boston College in the NCAA, and he's got 20 points in 16 games as of this recording. So you know what? James Hagen's, he came in as a consensus number one. And, he's doing some really good things in Boston College. Don't get me wrong. But is he doing the things that a first overall prospect should? That's the question, right? There are some questions. He's 5'10", not the biggest centerman. So, in some of the rankings, he's kind of dropped. And we'll talk about that soon enough. Now, the other thing with elite prospects is they got Jackson Smith 6th overall. Now, that's one of the highest, I think, if not the highest in public rankings. And Jackson Smith is a big D who's got a heavy shot and plays in Tri-City in the dub. And yeah, he's having a decent season already. He's got, 22 points in 27 games, so almost a point a game as a defenseman. So some pretty good numbers. But I don't know if, 6th overall is the spot for him. But hey, who knows? It's early. The other one is Cameron Schmidt and Carter Bear, both out of the dub. And they are having some nice seasons. Look at Cameron Schmidt, 36 points in 23 games, 24 goals, over a goal a game. And yeah, the kid can wire puck, as you'll see in these highlights. Like, check that shot out. So, and him and Carter Bear is having a great season too. He just works so hard, Ethan Bear. But yeah, Cameron Schmidt can shoot a puck. The only thing is 5'7", so it remains to be seen. But that's one of the highest ones. Now, moving on, TSN, Craig Button, and he has Porter Martone as the first overall pick. And he's got James Hagen's running at 2, Misa 3, Schaefer 4. Now, the thing with Martone is he's a big plays in the O for Brampton. And yeah, he's got some hands, good work ethic, tough along the wall, captain of the team, as a 17, 18-year-old. So yeah, you know what? He could potentially fall first overall. Now, Craig Button also has Cameron Schmidt at the 6th position. So a couple of public rankings that got him pretty high. So, again, we're going to see how that goes. Now, a couple of my buddies that I've gotten to know this year, Rocco and Darren Boyce from Puck Bunker. Check them out. They just released their new ranking. So head over to Puck Bunker on YouTube. And I love these guys. They're both not yes men. When they have an idea of a player, they let you know, and I love that about them. And so go check them out. Anyways, they got Schaefer, both of them at the number one position. Just like myself, I have Schaefer number one. And the thing with Schaefer is, what a skater. All three of us had the privilege of seeing him play at the CHL US prospect game. And yeah, he put on a clinic there, and check this one out. Nice little goal right there. But yeah, so, we were talking about it. I got to hang out with Darren Boyce at the game and chat with him, and we were both really impressed with Schaefer. And Rocco, he's the same thing, says the same thing. Now, the one thing, if you look at this list, Rocco's got Radim Mrka at 6 overall. That's the highest I've seen Radim Mrka. Now, Mrka plays in Czechia, or played in Czechia. He moved over to the dub and plays in Seattle. Check out that shot. And so, you know what? I think that now that he's in North America and there's going to be more eyes on him and he's playing in the CHL against his peers, he might be climbing up those rankings. So we're going to keep an eye on Mrka. Now, moving over to Sportsnet, they got James Hagen's at number 1, and then, Matthew Schaefer 2. So they got Schaefer pretty high there. Misa and Martone Frondel Desnoyers. I think that's Sam Consentino that did this ranking right here. That came out just a couple days ago. And then Corey Pronman at the Athletic. He's got Porter Martone, number 1, Hagens 2, Schaefer 3, Misa 4, and McQueen 5. And so, his top six there is kind of the consensus along the lines. Now, I want to talk about what this draft kind of reminds me of. And if you go back to 2022 and Shane Wright was, at the beginning of the season, the consensus number 1, and he started to drop. And near the end, Slafkovsky had a great world championship, and that kind of vaulted him into the first position. So here we got Slafkovsky to Montreal at 1, Nemetz, New Jersey at 2, Cooley to Arizona at 3, and then Shane Wright to Seattle at 4. Now, let's say that if it's kind of similar to that draft, well, then we got Porter Martone going first overall, the big power forward, winger. And then we'd have Matthew Schaefer going second overall, so a D, And then third overall, well, we might go with Michael Misa. And unfortunately, if it ends up like the 2022 draft, well, that would mean that James Hagens would go fourth overall. Let me know what you think about this. Is this a possibility right here? I mean, like I said, these draft rankings are all over the place. Even for, the top 40 players, I guess, you can kind of go here and there. So let me know what you think in the comment section. And that's it for today. And like I said, if you want to see some of the highlight videos for some of these prospects, head over to NHL Draft Pros. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.